Welcome back, Serpent Ascension League. Tonight we have Solar Finals. It's Warriors of Albion, your first seed, versus the unlikely scrappy underdogs, Baba's Kitchen. It's Cinnilyn and Sparky on the mics. In the sky is Rye. How you doing, Sparky?
I'm doing amazing on this wonderful evening. I'm excited to see this matchup with a very underdog team for going against the very dominant team in Solar.
Excited to see it. We have Aladdin and Kali both being banned out. Not too much of a surprise. We recently saw flat pen and penetration, flat pen reintroduced and penetration spread out into different items. Do you think this is going to impact the meta in any certain ways? Do you think we're going to see more, mages, less mages? What's the vibe?
Yeah, and like almost all of the games I have seen, it's been so many more mages. I mean, they hot fixed it an hour ago. They reduced a pen and intelligence on certain items just so they could do this. I mean, people are just run. That's why Aladdin is banned, is because the run hits you for 1300 and you're just knocked up and you die. So mages just becoming a lot more powerful. I think we'll see a lot more of them.
Yeah, we're already seeing it here. Discordia and Morgan Le Fay both being banned out. Well, and Baba's Kitchen now deciding their final bans. It's going to be interesting. As we get into best of fives, it means it's longer. You no longer just can get out in 2 games. You have to win 3 at minimum, meaning that with Fearless, there is going to be a total of 20 gods banned at game 3. Horus being banned out. Sparky, do you foresee anyone taking away picks to save face or maybe, weaken god pools?
It's like,
Horus banned. Papa's Kitchen awaiting their last ban. And that's going to be Daji. Not so favoring the traditional magical junglers, although Kali being banned, as well as Aladdin. Not too much of a shock. There's still a few out there. Warriors of Albion now have to make the decision for their first pick. Awaiting it. It's going to be interesting. Bastet being hovered. And this is a character who had received some nerfs. What's your feeling on Bastet, Sparky?
I mean, Bastet's still really strong. I mean, the ult still hits super hard, and then like you get these pen changes, the ability like can become a lot more ability based as well. I mean, you're not going to be like obviously be able to go the intelligence. You don't have any of the really OP items, but you're still super strong with the leap in ult, and the whip still hits people really hard.
Definitely. Agni and Thor.
I think Agni is a really good pickup just because of like the raw damage mages have. Like you've seen, we've gone from like going Chronos just to doing rushing straight spear, and you're able to do so much damage but still having cooldown.
We're locked in. Achilles now being hovered. A pick we've seen Orion Pax pull out. It's one of the few meta picks that he does oftentimes play, and it's going to be locked in. Achilles has been a meta. Why do you think that is?
I mean, it's just he just doesn't die. I mean, you have a stun. It's really hard to kill him, and you have an execute. And I mean, it's just team fights. You could just start going at it. If you just don't die, you could kill low HP squishies.
New locked in though.
I'm getting another mage in mid. I mean, he's gonna nuke with the two.
I played the God earlier today. A lot of fun, especially if you take it into the ADC lane. There's also a few 80s physical ADCs who have intelligence scaling, who I think benefit a lot. Izanami and Danzaburo come to mind, but Cupid being hovered. What's your thoughts on the state of auto attackers in this current patch?
I mean, auto attackers for right now. I mean, like Kronos is super strong. If you just like ADC Kronos, like the intelligence goes super hard with like a nimble ring build. I mean, ADCs are like kind of have been overlooked a little bit, I'd say, because of all the mage items. I still think they're really good.
I have to agree. I haven't gotten my opinion, my chance to test them as I've been preparing to watch this amazing set going on. Kabrakan being locked in. Warriors of Albion, 2 picks to finish out their draft, looking at what would likely be a solo and or not a solo laner, but a mid laner and a support. Any specific mid laners you'd like to see or ADCs?
I mean, I know that on her is still really good. I mean, he'll ease up. I mean, unless Kronos is just comp banned, it's still up. But I'm assuming he's comp banned.
Yes, he is.
He is, okay. I'm about to say, because he's banned in the game. That is assuming that he was banned in comp. Yeah, I mean, Scylla's hits really hard, because, as I said, one-shot mages right now are really good. But I'm like, curious, that's going to be the nut ADC then, I assume. And I've seen a lot of Gyron in recent games, like going a Soul Reaver, and then just defense, you just start chunking people with abilities.
Seems like it's going to be very good. A Wheelix, though, being locked in, and that is going to be a Cabrakan support. Interesting. Something we've seen Big O operate in the past. What advantages do you get with this Cabrakan?
A lot of stuns. I mean, you just have a lot of pressure just running at them, and you just have a bunch of stuns. But I mean, outside of that, you kind of, I mean, you could just get, you could get silenced out of your one. But I mean, there's not really much to punish him in the duo early game. I mean, you can get rooted, but that's like about it. So I think it's looking to be aggressive, especially in like 2 stuns early, Cupid Heart Bomb, and then the Bracken stun as well.
That chills. Gives me chills. I'm scared of just thinking about that. Oh my lord. Looking at these two drafts, 5v5. If you had to pick one that you like better than over the other, Sparky, which one would it be?
I mean, just given the recent patch, I like Warriors of Albion's better. Just with the patch, I mean, going the Scylla and get Bastet as well. I mean, I do like the Baba's Kitchen just for the Agni, but I think that the Scylla will just, the Crush and Cripple are just going to start just one-shotting people later in the game if we make it that far. So I think that's like a really big threat. I think I just like theirs more.
Yeah, definitely looks nice. I think the Baba's Kitchen draft looks very, very interesting. To me, the Agni, right, is that kind of backbone. How do you foresee this Baba's Kitchen team fights going with such a dive-heavy comp and Thor, Cabrakan, and a Wheelix?
I mean, I'm assuming they'll I'm assuming that they'll look for like some sort of Thorol engage, maybe, and then like just look to hard focus like people with squishies. I mean, we see. I mean, do all of the 3 beads, so I mean, it's not like they will just fall over. But I mean, once the beads are forced, it's a very hard CC comp. So you're gonna. I mean, you have Cupidol, you have Cabrakan stuns, you have Agni stuns, a Will Exalt, Thorol. It's a very hard CC comp.
Yeah. Well, we're in to game number 1. It's Cinnilyn and Sparky. Rye is the almighty eye in the sky. It's Warriors of Albion versus Baba's Kitchen. And some interesting things going on in the starter realm, especially the differences in starters between the junglers and the mid laners. What's your opinion? Do you like Bluestone on the cat more than Bumba's hammer, or do you think
I like the Bum and Hammers a lot more. I mean, the clear is good, but I mean also like Bluestone. I mean, I guess you have the tick damage from the whip, but I mean, I'd still prefer going a jungle starter.
it makes sense? Bumba's historically very, very strong. Look at these lanes. Not too much is happening, right? You have to imagine that these players are going to be playing carefully and slowly, especially on these types of picks that are looking to scale up and get far into the late game. Cupid, a very, very interesting thing, but nice hover from Rye. We do
Good
have
stuns.
the aspect on Thor, but a good heart bomb onto the Charon. Spells out any aggression he may have, but still, the Tool Keeper is going to continue walking forward. As per to Thunderstruck, it means that Thor is always attuned with Mjolnir, and every time he hits something, it spreads lightning, and so on and so forth. It helps clear and makes him a bit more tankier, but thick memes might need to get a little bit tankier. No, nothing's going to happen.
We already see that Cabrakan just running at them. He just needs the stuns. Then there's running away from him because they know they'll just die if they fight him. That Cupid. Early gank coming out here. Whip goes out. Is the root good? Aegis. It's a Sunder. Is it going to be enough? He's going in for it. And
Pax
he gets that kill.
Good tower dive. Looking good. Good start for this Achilles. Something he very much obviously needs. We're rocking the rest of this though, right? The Achilles coming forward. now a level, now a level up because of First Blood. How do you think the rest of this game could go for this Achilles?
I mean, he'd just start beating the Thor if the Thor will fight him. I mean, this
Mm,
Thor doesn't have Aegis, and this Achilles will hit 5 before he has another Aegis up. He will just execute him if he can. So, I mean, Thor has to just kind of be aware of that.
Yeah, looking at it. Good two from the new Seismic Crush coming out.
Oh, will
And
accept.
Papa Nike hovering over here. Isn't going to have the ult. So it looks like in the bush she will stay looking to back. And he will.
Best at looking maybe for the blue buff from Thor. Since he probably, the Thor's really going to need that. Looks like Thor might be already aware of this possibility since Achilles is here. Jump in.
Going for it. It's
Stun goes out.
good.
The
Look
execute
great.
maybe?
Fatal strike coming through. It
Yeah.
does. Commander Chunky falls. Papa Nike is here, but instead he's going to run away with Suku.
Yeah, and then I mean that's the thing we talked about, that Aegis not up. He just is able to get executed. It's just wasn't I mean, he got punished for not having it up at that time. They just give free rocks. There's the lead continues solo.
Looking for it. It's gonna be quite interesting. Sirax and Thick Memes both in now backing. So Axe has to be careful. Coming out though, Conduit Gem and going for what likely is going to be a Spear of Death or some sorts. Talked about how mages are shaping this ADC meta. Do you like this pickup, or would you preferred
Yeah,
maybe a slightly different build path?
I think that the nut just chunks if you just go the ability for 2. I mean, having an ADC in itself is still good, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
the mages start chunking at this point.
Yeah, River of Styx did come through. Big O has to be careful. The Flux missing, and so is the Skull coming out. That's going to be a Chaos Kuzumbo. He is in the jungle. The
Doesn't have
Lion
ult
not
up.
looking to
Could jump over the
sleep.
wall and just pop it.
Cat Call is available. Not used just yet, and it will be. Pounce is there. A good beads after a Seismic Crush, but a good Skyfall coming through. Bongwater falls to Pop and Nike, but here in the duo lane, Sir Axe claims a kill.
I mean, yeah, we did just see the power of that beats team. Like he beats the Cabrakan to try and get through there, and then just gets Cupid bombed immediately. He can't beats everything, so it's like we're seeing the potential what's going to happen later in this game.
Trickster Ryan does have to be careful. Kuzumbo is on oracles. Nike is looking
Ooh.
forward, but he does
Oh,
get
what?
caught. Pounces down. There is the flip, and down goes the cat.
That's a really big pick for Poppin there. I mean, it's just getting a kill on the Bastet is huge. Building that lead is just gonna make you so much more powerful.
Looking forward. Ryan Pass.
The respect that he just has to give to the Achilles who's up on him.
It's interesting. This mid lane, though, it's been quiet. Mystical Mail, good hover. Gonna talk about next. It's an interesting item, not something we have seen bought all too much. Why do you think it's being bought here, Sparky?
I mean, this Thor is looking to severely get active, and I mean, they have the Cabrakan, so like the shield, I mean, the mitigation from that, and I mean, the Achilles will be looking to get really active and just be in their face, making them just take debuffs.
Chunky is aware of this blue invade. And there's the Sundering Arc. It's gone. Seismic Shift has come through, but Mjolnir's attunement is going to get him away. No threat. Another round of rocks going over those Warriors of Albion. You get it. Very slight gold lead, right? It's not been too much. All of the rocks now going over to Chaos Kuzumbo. So this Bastet is going to scale quite a bit. Now has 11 power. That's the strength of a tier 1 component in an axe. It's gonna be very, very interesting. Bastet, known more so for her late game scaling and Smite 2. How do you think this early game is going to boost her coming into this late game?
I mean, it's a lot of power to be able to get. So maybe you can look for more. I mean, you're still down on the Willix. I mean, the Willix is looking to stack. You should went the new Oathsworn, which has the stacking now.
Which
So I
one?
mean, you have to still be aware. 'Cause, I mean, the Willix will probably kill her.
Yeah. Chaos Kuzumbo does have the beads going
Goes
in.
in,
Cat call. There's the dashes.
Aegis.
Aegis used. And the jump
Ooh,
out. There's
shot.
no beads just yet. The river of sticks, but the bombs claim the cat. And Charon has to row his boat away. That's one for the Baba's Kitchen.
That's the second time we've seen that Bastet get punished for leaping. I mean, it's just the power of that Willix there just shuts that leap down. You can't get out of there.
So what's low in the left lane? But we're not going to see a big O now coming over, paying a visit to the solo lane only for a second. Commander Chunky tells him to go away, but there's a 2-level lead coming out into this solo lane. And Chunky, he's falling a bit low. Aegis is still up, and that is Aegis for the Fatal Strike.
Oh,
We're looking
fighting.
here. Oracles being taken. There's the pounce. Syrax does fall to pop in Nike. They go now walking
The
forward.
penetration stacks are getting. That's already what 2, 3 already. I mean, that's gonna have a lot of early game pen. Just be able to fight so much more. Yeah, we see that. Yeah, just fighting. That's a 2-level gap on the jungle there, and probably a lot of gold up.
Papa Nike is running this game so far, and on a pick like the Awelix that snowballs so easily, you have to think this is going to be dangerous. Now trying to make his mark made in mid, he does have the gravitation surge, although not used because Bongwater is just going to hold his dash. Warriors of Albion. They have, fun fact, beat every single team besides this one. Baba's Kitchen. They now did lose to Baba's Kitchen in an FF. So Baba's Kitchen has not won a singular actual game against them. But regardless, Warriors of Albion, they haven't faced this team at all. Commander Chunky, he's in a bit of trouble though. The blue buff now being invaded, but Big O not securing it, unfortunately. And that will go to someone else.
Probably let his Bastet have it, is what I would assume.
Yeah. Looking good. Rocks
Up
being
with
taken
another
again.
set of rocks. I mean, the Bastet might need the rocks at this point, being down on the jungler. I mean, it's an extra 17 strength. I mean, that's really starting to pile up a lot. They're pulling gold here.
It's being pulled. Nike
They're aware of it.
is in a precarious
Ooh,
position.
they just
The
get
River of
forced
Sticks
out
will
with
be
fear.
used. It is good. Low health is Baba's Kitchen. Warriors of Albion now is the correct posture, but the Bastet is in deep, but too deep. The cats cannot scratch down the Agni. Madam Herda now 202. Ryan Pax looking to go a bit deep. Crush over the wall isn't going to hit. Molnir's a 2-minute will. This Gold Fury now in the sights. Well, only for a second of Warriors of Albion. Syrax instead favoring his purple buff.
Yeah, I mean, we just see this Bastet just going in. I mean, there's 4 levels under that Agni. I mean, it's really hard to be able to get that off. I mean, just starting 0-4 at 10 minutes. I mean, you're starting so well. You just had 3 assists and you're doing well, and then you just got a will exalted twice, and then you're just trying to dive and just get punished by the mages who do so much damage.
Good
He
over
goes
the
for
wall.
500, and he's 1 item in, and he hits for 500.
Quite tragic. This next item, looking to be a Spear of Desolation, the popular item on Newt. So it's no surprise we're seeing it. This burst build last patch was really good when the yellow numbers type of build was around, but Big O spotting out a potential gank. The cat, there's the pounce. The Razor Whip is good. It's only going to provide damage. Instead, it's going to secure the buff for the Warriors of Albion yellow. Now around the belt of Sir Axe. Ganks like that, right? They're good if they get a kill. But when you're down 2 levels on the enemy jungler, do you think Chaos Kuzenbo can be affording to do ganks like that?
I mean, yes, I mean it's good for him because I mean he had maybe some kill potential. He gets a buff, he gets experience. I mean it's getting things he needs because he didn't have any camps up on that side of the map, and those Agni's looking to potentially get caught out of position. It's a big route, dash coming out, the fear coming in, but Scylla has a Willix on them.
The River of Styx is good. Big O's only there, but not going to find anything. Sirax has rotated, and a good bit of damage is going to come out and pop in Nike, but in return, Bongwater just above half. The jungler, both the ADCs did rotate, and up goes Commander Chunky, but he will likely land only in his jungle to find his blue buff getting invaded once again, this time by a solo Achilles.
Yeah, this man just has not gotten a blue buff throughout the since how the start of Solo Lane. I mean, Bastet's been there what 3 times, and then he just got it stolen again. I mean, he's just not allowed to have mana.
Heads up gold pull, though. Thick Memes likely is aware of it. Is showing face. He's going to be looking for a steal. Bongwada is there, but Nike is around. The damage is good. Crush or sick or no. There's the I'm a monster, so it's not going to be around to steal and crushes down. There's the heart bomb. It's preventing much, and Thick Memes does fall to the bombs up around, and gone is Chaos Kuzenbo. A good amount of damage. Sir Axe now going forward, he's going to pull the Gold Fury, but instead it's only going to be a bait. No, he is, as Orion Pax. It is here now. It's falling low. This Gold Fury, it's looking good, but this Orion Pax just going to zone out Baba's Kitchen. Warriors of Albion claim the first Gold Fury of this game.
I mean, it's a super punished play. I mean, they use like essentially all of Ogni bombs and Cupidol just to get the Chiron. In turn, they just get so pressured out by this Achilles because they're on low HP, and that Kraken wasn't execute range, and he's the only one who doesn't have Aegis, so they're kind of forced to leave without like their front line there, I should say.
So it's going to be interesting, right? Good fight from the Warriors of Albion, recognizing that despite the pick that they were stronger because of the better rotation from Orion Pax. These items looking very, very interesting. The difference in mid builds: Spear of Deso into Book of Thoth versus Spear of Deso into Cosmic Horror. Do you prefer one builder over the other, or do you think it's just up to preference?
I don't really know much about the Cosmic Horror. I mean, I know that it got Pen on it, and I mean it's got Echo. Yeah. See, if he has that Echo equaling cooldown rate, it'll be really good because you provide a lot of extra intelligence and then extra damage on Agni. So I mean, for Agni, I think that going the Cosmic Horror is better than going the Thaw, for my opinion. And I see that he's going into Soul Gem next, so he's obviously just going for the hitting abilities to do extra damage. So the Cosmic Horror works for what he's trying to do.
All was used. Skyfall now following, and that is going to find Madame Herda. Big O now looking to peel for his jungler. Commander Chunky is caught out in a hard place, but a good amount of damage on Chaos Kuzenbo means the moment's attunement almost catches him. He's really low, basically TKO'd. Orion Pax now 2v1ing the River of Styx, finds 2, and here is Sir Axe. There's the I'm a monster. Not going to find much, but it is going to dissuade Baba's Kitchen from going in deeper. Orion Pax going forward. Aegis, the fatal strike. And now he's going to get stunned. He's falling low. But this Baba's Kitchen team trying to kill this Achilles, which may not be the greatest idea. Meanwhile, Warriors of Albion is on this Queen Naga. But we're not going to see much. There's the shield bash. And this Queen Naga, it's falling low, lower, and gone. Warriors of Albion pick up both objectives pulled so far.
Yeah, we just see the power of that Achilles that we talked about at the beginning. Just him not dying, and he's just in their face zoning. We just can't kill him. I mean, with that mystical mail, he just does damage, and he has prophetic, so he'll stack really well against that team.
Yeah. Good, almost completely stacked up. 15 on the physicals, 11 on the magicals, and it's just because he does this. He runs at you. Damage coming through. good. There's a seismic crush. Orion Pax was simply just zoning. The Pyromancer going to Warriors of Albion. Chunky is here. You have to be careful. Oh, the Gravity Surge
Jumped into
was
him.
used, but it's not going to matter. There's the flip. Chaos Kuzumbo falls once again. Papa Nike, 501. Up in the air, Anvil of Dawn going down. Bees forced on Sir Axe, but he can't get away. The tower's going to claim the last shot on Commander Chunky.
That was a big bait to back there and try and bait out the Thorol, trying to see if he would actually land on him. So, I mean, it's very good play for the side of the Midnut and the Scylla there, just to blow him up instantly. Just hit the root on him and he dies because they've all gone Aegis. No one has beads.
Unfortunate. We're in this game. It's 5-8. A 2K gold lead for the Warriors of Albion. Big O's in a bit of trouble. I'm a monster, but it gets shelled out. And Papa Nike is here for a little bit of support and peel for Baba's Kitchen's support. And he's going to run away himself, but it is going to lead this Warriors of Albion team to a gold fury. So, low health bars and a bit of positioning errors make people want to go away. Jokester Ryan has to be careful. Chaos Kuzumbo can come over this wall. Catcall is used. There's the pounce. Razor Rips is going to find a good bit of damage, but there's the Fields of Love. Not going to hit Thick Memes, but instead the Shell of Rebuke is there. Gravity pull. Jokester Ryan falls to Chaos Kuzumbo. But Papa Nike not finding the kill. Pounce is used, but it brings him back to Big O. There's the walls. Papa Nike finds one. Skyfall is used, but Thick Memes is in a bit of a hard place. But there's the noxious fumes. Thick Memes falls. The bombs are raining. Pow, bang. Sirax has to be careful, but he falls once again. A double for the Agni. Orion Pax is here now, but he's going to get stunned out. Only Big O to see. There's the fatal strike. It connects. It's good. Taken down is Big O, but a disastrous fight for the Warriors of Albion.
I mean, it was all for that Cupid there. I mean, these Bastet, the Cameron goes all the way through the tower, taking multiple shots and using the river just to try and get that Cupid, and just get really hard punished for it.
Good shield bash is going to take him away. Ryan Pax. That prophetic cloak, it's got to be really close to fully stack. Commander Chunky is going to get... Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Good bit of mitigations at this point. Do you think there's any way that this Baba's Kitchen team can make this Achilles mortal?
I mean, at this stage, maybe not currently. I mean, he's up on the Thor. I mean, he's not up on the Agni, but he's the highest level on that team, and he just already got that Resolute Mantle. So he's going for he wants to get CC'd so he can get those stacks. I mean, he'll just be super tanky with a lot of regen.
It's dangerous. You'll have to watch out for that. Baba's Kitchen, though, is grouping a tiny bit well. Still, down in gold, and that's because of the amount of objectives that Warriors of Albion has been able to pull. Although a little bit of a gang, Papa Nike now looking for something. There's the dash. There's the Fields of Love. Skyfall being used, but unstoppable is Poppin' Nike.
This guy's just actually going so hard right now. I mean, 7-0 there. And yeah, Bastet just getting CC'd in the corner next to a wall. It's just
that was a war crime. Like, what can you do there? Your jump is down, and you just have to sit there. You can auto, I guess, but there's an Agni free casting.
You're just dead there. I mean, if you have no jump and you're next to a Kabraki, who just stuns you permanently, and then Agni's throwing bombs at you, you just die. Looking to potentially get this Cupid here. I don't think they'll be able to cut him off, though. Papa Nike is here. He's huge.
Yeah. Chaos Kuzumbo is down, now up. Gold Fury is being pulled by the Baba's Kitchen. Sirax is going to be late there, as well as Bongwater. It's already to half health. A good bit of zoning from Madame Herda, but Pax is coming in. Noxious Fumes being used. River of Sticks. And Papa Nike will secure the Gold Fury for the Baba's Kitchen. Going up is Commander Chunky. You have to think he's not going to take any bait. Anvil of Dawn comes right down.
He's learned not to just go in. I mean, yeah, it was really good secure. I mean, you had the Achilles going for the Sunder as well as the River come out trying to take that. So it's really good for Babas to secure that Gold Fear.
And now, 2K up, 2.5 more so. This tier 1 is eyed by Warriors of Albion, although they don't have a true auto attacker, so it's a bit hard to take down, especially when minions keep dying. On the sides are the dive. Orion Pax finding it out gleefully. Prius Tears, this build seems insanely tanky, like he's never going to
Disgusting.
die. I
Yeah.
mean, my God.
I mean, we do see, talked about him not having an auto tagger. We do see Nut going for, I believe he's going for Nimble Ring. So, I
Hmm.
mean, he'll be able to have a little bit more auto speed and still hitting, like just still hitting abilities hard, but being able to a little bit more fill out the ADC role a little bit more.
Good. Pyromancer going the way of Baba's Kitchen. We're 17 to 3, 3K up for the Baba's Kitchen. And it's like 5 minutes ago, right? The script has been completely flipped. It was all Warriors of Albion in terms of objectives. Baba's Kitchen, they have one good fight, and now it's objective after objective after objective. How can they keep this momentum going and eventually claim this game?
I think there's like try and look to push the tier one, maybe just get a big group, try and push a tower, or maybe group for this Achilles.
Good to see it. Not going to be horrible. Good for the Achilles, although they're going to play carefully. And playing carefully is what you need to do in these games, right? Especially because it's super dangerous. Although there's the dash being forced out from from Sir Axe. Coming forward mid lane. Everyone's grouping up. Pen online. It's a good hover from Ryan. This is what I want to talk about. Duplicate of Binding. A very interesting item,
Ooh.
especially on a pick like a Charon. What's your thoughts on it?
I mean, I have not actually seen this item built in a full conquest game. It's
Hmm.
very, I mean, you're trying to keep somebody alive, take as much like hard burst damage away as you can as they have that Agni. So you're just trying to look to tank for like your nut who doesn't have a ton of mobility, just trying
Mhm.
to eat that damage away from you.
Yeah, we're here, this fire giant. Now, in the sights of both teams, we're entering a little bit of an awkward phase where both of these teams dance around it and send one member to farm up and get advantage. Jokes Ryan is that member though. Level 18, closing in on his level 20. It's interesting. Baba's Kitchen, the underdogs, the team that, if I'm being honest, a lot of people had written off. Right? It was it was worrying. I mean, they came in as the sixth seed, so they weren't the fourth, they weren't the fifth, they weren't the third. Uh, It is purely the sixth seed, and they're coming out and they've sucker punched the Warriors of Albion. Axe is going to dodge the fire, but it's just going to be a wave clear, and he can't dodge that bomb. Mid lane
I mean, still getting
is
hit 470 even with that doublet is like the big reason why he's gotten that item. Is I mean, he's trying to keep his nut alive from all this poke.
Nike is chasing, although we have to be careful. Chaos Kuzumbo does get the shutdown on the Nike. Vegas wasn't used, but Beads was. You have to imagine, although Madame Herda is still here in level 20, they are. The ritual is claimed, but Anvil of Dawn is being charged up, and it is used.
He's going in.
Ooh, Chunky does go in. It is hit on this Charon, and this Charon's getting almost deleted. Aegis was forced. Skyfall is used. He rose on out of there. But Orion Pax is in a bit of a peculiar position. I'm a Monster is off the mark. Commander Chunky is now here. Fatal Strike. It's juked out. Big O has those Nikes on, and he's putting them to work. Commander Chunky now frontlining. Orion Pax going in on this
Big
tier
stun
one. A good
crush.
stun crush. There's the bombs. And we see Chaos Kuzumbo. He's low in the back of the jungle. He will back off though, and that tier one will go the way of Warriors of Albion.
I mean, I mean, they didn't have that Awilix there, so I mean, it was a really good fight to look for. I mean, getting the punish out with that wave coming in from the back. I mean, just a really good overall fight to get that tier one and then punish the floor.
Be careful. Game now evened up. It's 9 to 13, one gold fury apiece. We're in the zone of ancient fury, and I'd like to pan over this fire giant. It's being pulled by Pop and Nike and Jokester Ryan, both now on this, and no one on Warriors of Albion is the wiser. Bubba's Kitchen, they look like they're going to commit to it. Now, and just now, Chaos Kuzenbo, he has the chance to get over there. He does spot it out. So he is there. I'm a Monster is available for Bong Water. So there's not going to be a major secure tool. You have to be careful. But instead, Chaos Kuzenbo's going forward,
It's going
being
down.
locked down. I'm a Monster's used, but it's not going to secure it. Baba's Kitchen claims the Fire Giant. Chaos Kuzenbo has to be careful now. The dagger is on big. Oh, good damage. Auto down. Chaos Kuzenbo falls. Orion Pax is here and now. There's the bombs, but a good 2 from the Newt. Ryan Pax gets the stun. Sky Fall is used. Aegis forced, but it's not going to find much. Big O with the peel. Madame Herda looking to escape. And will she? River of Styx is used, but it's going to be off the mark. The Agni making the great escape, and the Fire Giant goes to Baba's Kitchen.
That I am the Monster was just a little bit off the mark on that steal, about like 30 HP off. It's just really unfortunate. I mean, it's still a good fight trying to get 3 for 1. You only have 2 fires left. But I mean, it's still that Cabrakan not being able to die, Agni getting a bunch of intelligence, just being able to chunk more.
This tower, though, despite the fact Baba's Kitchen got the Fire Giant, is going the way of Warriors of Albion. So don't think for a second. I mean, that was a very unfortunate fight, right? Jokester Ryan dies, Commander Chunky dies, and then Papa Nike finally dies. So it's only Fire Giant on 2, and its Ancient Fury is being pulled. How can Baba's Kitchen now use this Gold Fury?
I mean, that Gold Fury will apply on the bird in mid, and it's going to get those 2 towers, both very low. And it doesn't appear that they have any idea that the Warriors are on this. So it looks like it should be a free Gold Fury.
It is Ancient Fury. A very hard thing to give over, especially if you are Baba's Kitchen, because it is not only going to take your towers down by 30% of their current health, but it is going to debuff all, your tier 2s in this mid tier 1. They are grouped up though. They're looking for more. What was the right call with the Fire Giant? Can they make it go for more though? We're here. Under 2 minutes left on this Fire Giant. They haven't pushed down a singular tower. Pax, though, I mean, he's just unkillable with the amount of mitigations Achilles has.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the Onis is really strong right now. I mean, with all of the mage damage coming out, that mitigation with the magical protection just goes really strong for like the solo laners. Mitigations are key.
Hold. Jokester Ryan is here, though, throwing down damage onto Pax, but it's not going to be anything significant. Madame Herda is here, and the stun will be found. Another one is there. Chaos Kuzenbo now chasing after Jokester Ryan, but the pounce will be good to take away the Fields of Love, but a triple stun allows Pop and Nike to leave the danger. Papa's Kitchen, not a bit of a peculiar situation. Dagger is no longer with us. This Fire Giant, it's up in 2 minutes. Papa's Kitchen, playing carefully. Not about a K in, but we're 31 minutes in. That has to not be as effective. So, we mentioned how can they keep their snowball. Now it's faltered. It's not looking as good. How can Baba's Kitchen keep the momentum they had or regain it?
I mean, they need to look to not just they're losing these fights out in poke. I mean, the Achilles is able to still live in their face for so long, and I mean, Scylla and Nut just doing so much damage in the back. The Willix isn't I mean, they were 7-0, and now they haven't been allowed to be able to dive anymore, just because of this Chiron being having that protective link that negates a lot of the damage. I mean, just need to be able to kill the squishies here.
Going forward, a good bit of damage from Thick Memes. Be careful. On this left side is Papa Nike, though. A bit more confident in any fight he can take. That's because Chaos Kuzenbo doesn't have any beats. Going forward, Pounce is down. The damage will be there. Bongwada is around. Instead, Papa Nike looking to just leave. Noxious Fumes does find the stun on Pax. Pax Looking at more, though, Commander Chunky looks nice and tasty. Only going to get some autos. Here in the left lane, though, Nike looking for more. Pax just face tanking everything, not dying, as that Pyromancer does fall to the Warriors of Albion. I'm a Monster was used. Pax looking for more. River of Styx is there, but a good bit of damage onto Nike, but he won't die. In this mid lane, though, this fight it's popping off a tiny bit. Orion Pack's now walking forward. Seismic Crush is around, but it's not going to find anyone. No stuns for you, Big O. We're 33 minutes into the game, and you know what that means? It's EFG. This Fire Giant, it looks a bit weirder, more pink, more purple, and it gives you a lot more regen and a good bit more power. At the cost of it being harder to kill, who do you think, that favors as we come into this late game?
I think it will really favor the Baba's Kitchen to have an extra reach and extra damage. I mean, they've gone for 5 Aegises, so even if they secure this fire and Achilles even tries to try and do damage and then kill them or anything, they'll just all start popping Aegises and run away. It'd be really good for either side to get this because it'll increase Warriors of Avalon's damage by so much, and Achilles genuinely will not die, but Baba's kind of needs it here.
There you go, taking the river sprite, or not the river sprite, but the wind sprite to juke. We see in the background, though, is this Gold Fury in this this advanced Gold Fury being taken, but at the cost, Baba's Kitchen is around, and now they're pulling this Fire Giant. See, Ioni Fury looked at this Fire Giant. It's being burned down low. Nike's in the background, but a good amount of damage is going to threaten a lot of lives. But Herda gets pounced on. Herda gets Chaos Kuzumbo, but in goes Papa Nike. Bongwada falls. Thick Memes falls. Now it's just Sir Axe and Pax versus the world. Papa Nike is here, dashing on in, but Aegis being forced. Fatal Strike is there, but the juke's not around. Pax finds the kill, but Sir Axe is low, and there is the Anvil of Dawn. It's a new dawn. Sir Axe does fall. Jokester Ryan is here. Ryan Pax, he's unkillable. He's not even fallen below 75% HP.
He hasn't even fallen in that HP, and he forces 3 Aegises. It still gets a kill with his ults. It's so much power from this Achilles, and they can't do EFG when he's up because he'll just stand around, and he'll eventually, while they're doing the pit, he'll just come up and kill somebody. They don't have the damage available for those 3 to be able to do it with this unkillable Achilles.
Gotta be careful. But Fire Giant not being used, and my god, almost 4k HP, 20 Resolute Mantle stacks. This guy isn't dying. Be careful. Fatal Strike almost up. How can Baba's Kitchen really firmly take this game?
And then this Bastille looking for this Agni in mid again, maybe trying to get an early pick so they can pull EFG. Just dashes out. He still tries to dash in with the ult. Cat's chasing. Not going to find anything. Just poke traded out.
Good. Warriors of Albion now grouped around Pyromancer in their sights. You're going to have to be careful. Papa Nike is in this left lane. Big O is around. Anvil of Dawn does come down. I'm a monster hits, but Fields of Love is good. And low is Sir Axe. He dies. Now it's a 4v4, but Papa Nike is finally around. Bongwater has to be careful, but here comes Nike Crush. Not enough. Thick Memes has to run away. Ryan Pax, he's been unkillable so far, but how unkillable can you be when there's 4 around you? And it turns out pretty unkillable. Madam Herda forced to dash away.
He's still in there, and they still have that best setup. So, if they keep trying to chase this Achilles, he would eventually just start going off with that ult. They don't have... they could have just gone for the Thor who doesn't have Aegis. But, I think they'll go for the Pyro, maybe try and pull an EFG here now that they're down 2 on the side of Warriors.
This Pyro makes it a tiny bit easier to try and out-secure Bongwater on this Scylla for this EFG. But, I mean, it's not surefire, like, at all. You still have to be careful, especially when Crush and I'm a Monster can combo so well together. Chaos Kuzumbo is around, but around a corner is Madame Herda. There's the stun, a bomb, catcall being forced, but he does die, but he will be burnt down. And all that is here is Thick Memes, stunned on stuns. He won't get down. There's the bomb, but no, Commander Chunky does get it. Skyfall was used, and it's almost going to delete Jokester Ryan, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
And yeah, the Aegis forced out from Cupid there, otherwise he would have died of that Skyfall. I mean, it was a big peel. I mean, just you see the power of the Cabrakan just like blocking the way entirely, walling the right, blocking left. Agni and Bastet just trading early. I mean, that's a good trade because the Bastet can't dive onto fire and try and disrupt anything. They don't really have much dive outside of the Bastet. I mean, they'll probably just look to run down one of the lanes with the Phoenix for the EFG now. Try and push this advantage. Try and get more kills. Steamroll, go for a win, maybe.
There is the Ancient Gold Fury. It is almost being soloed out by Jokester Ryan, but instead, he's going to heed the call of his jungler. Sir Axe is the wiser. Not going to walk around a bush, especially at this point in the game. Although it's EFG on 4. And especially when one of those 4 is Jokester Ryan, right? With this EFG, this auto attack build. Now, finally, I assume with this EFG, able to possibly match the damage output of these mages. 3 Gold Furies, though, being picked up. And that will unlock the mighty, almighty buff. 25% true damage to structures and 50 protections when you're around these structures. That left Phoenix is already low. Commander Chunky looking for more. But instead, this Warriors of Albion squad retreating back into their Phoenix. No minions just yet, so it means it's going to be a little bit shaky. But up in the Anvil of Dawn is Chunky. Look to goes back down, but oh my gosh, Nike almost falls. There's the dagger forced, but that is going to save his life. This left-hand Phoenix does fall, and it goes the way of Baba's Kitchen. Chaos Kuzumba does get a good root, but that's going to be enough. This tower, mid-tier 2, and finally falls. There's no cat call up for Chaos Kuzumbo. No River of Sticks again. So this fight is going to be a little bit easier for the Baba's Kitchen, especially for the siege. But instead, they're going to be going onwards, looking to strip farm and likely go to a Pyromancer.
I mean, yeah, it's really hard to take birds into this comp. I mean, you just have a super high pressure mage comp. On defense, that's really strong. I mean, they're not quite positioned to defend this right bird yet, and now they are. So I don't think they'll be able to push it. They'll probably just back off and go for Pyro. It is a weakened bird.
Yeah, and EFG is around their waist still for 50 more seconds. Orion Pax just going to take a good bit of poke because he can. It's not going to stop him. But EFG means that the long-range poke that Sir Axe on this nuke can put out is a bit less effective. But a little bit less coordinated. Anvil of Dawn. Chunky's going up. No, there is Catcall. It is going to be used, and it looks like it's going to go on to Jokester Ryan this time, but Aegis is forced. In too deep is Chunky. Forces out the Aegis. Papa Nike finds Chaos Kuzumbo. Way far into the back line is Orion Pax, but Pax does find Herda. I'm a Monster was used. Pax is trembled out, but the tremble, he's going to tremble down. There, Nike will be chunked out. And, Big O going forward. That's a 2-for-1. Baba's Kitchen, they have the EFG for 10 more seconds. And that Ancient Fury is looming over that Phoenix, weakening it as much as you'd want. But these 3 still capable defending. Finally, the EFG falls off. So a little bit more of an advantage fight, but Stampede was forced. Good body blocks from Commander Chunky, but that's not going to be enough. Crush finally is there. Papa Nike looking for the kill, but it's not going to be enough. Can't find much. Into the fountain is Sir Axe, but the trembles might just kill. No, Papa Nike falls down to Bongwater. Baba's Kitchen. They may have gotten 2 Phoenixes of this EFG, but now they have to waddle away.
I mean, that's still huge value. 'Cause, I mean, your Willix, I mean, won't be up in time for the next EFG. So I mean, you could see Warriors of Albion trying to rush EFG as soon as it's up, trying to not have to deal with this Willix and getting a lot of pressure. I mean, they're pulling the Pyromancer because they know they're still over here. And the Shroud of Vengeance, yeah. I mean, he's just every time he's just getting hit. I mean, it's a hard crowd control comp. I mean, it's just going to do a lot of damage, especially with all these protections he has from Prophetic, from Freya's Onis. It's just going to do a lot of damage every time it gets CC'd with no cooldown on it.
Alright. We're in for another EFG. We're 43 minutes into this game. It's 17 to 23. Call that 40 kills even. 5K separate these two teams, but that matters much more. It matters less as we get later into these games. These teams almost full build. Who do you think as we get very late into this game? Who's the advantage? Forward now. This ritual being taken. So it means this EFG is going to be easier to take for this Baba's Kitchen eventually. Fire Minions is being cleared out by Chaos Kuzumbo. Makes it a bit easier. But it's not going to stop the left lane. Great management from these two teams. Relics. All there and all around. This EFG now in the sights. The Chaos Kuzumbo. Both these junglers looking to get the jump on the other, but instead Papa Nike's going to leave first. No, Kuzumbo shows back up on wave. We're going to see a good old-fashioned 1v1. Who's going to get the advantage? In the jungle he goes, but spotted out he is. But Chaos Kuzumbo's only going to spot him out. Papa Nike doesn't exactly want this advantage fight unless he can get the jump, and Pounce will not be used. Chaos Kuzumbo smarter than that. And that'll spell the end of it. Forward though.
Maybe looking to get on this FG here, Bubba's. All grouping around it. Just looking for something, maybe. I mean, we see Warriors trying to play for that steal, that defense sided to jump in. That's Skyfall, that Bastet, looking to try and pull something, maybe.
The cat going forward. Not going to find much though. Yes, because I'm still going to clear waves. Pushers now active. It's going to make this a bit easier. EFG in the sights of these two teams. A good chunk out. A good chunk is taken out of Papa Nike's health bar. But forward goes Herda. Noxious Fumes not finding the stun. Pounce was forced out, though. Instead, it's only going to bring the rest of Baba's Kitchen around. And Warriors of Albion will follow. Extremely tense. We're 45 minutes in. Neither team can afford a mistake. But Baba's Kitchen will be pulling this EFG. There's the Galliflare used. And a good bit of damage out on Pax. He's not able to respond in kind. Instead, a flank is found out. Bongwada is here with I'm a Monster. Flame Dash is used, and the Pounce does bring Kuzumbo out, but he falls. River of Styx follows, but I'm a Monster eats the Aegis. Commander Chunky is low, but Fatal Strike forced out by Orion Pax. He now has to escape. Commander Chunky somehow, some way, able to leave. No, not quite, but the Anvil of Dawn is looking to get him out instead. The rest of Warriors of Albion looking to kill this Achilles once again. Rain of Fire. Madam Herda picks up the kill, and that's 2 for Baba's Kitchen.
I think they got these pushers. They got to go for EFG. I mean, they have these pushers. They have to answer, otherwise they just lose these birds. I mean, it's just gonna have to be a Chiron steal, and he doesn't have the river. I mean, he doesn't have that ult, and he's just getting seen out. I don't think he can go for that. I mean, is he gonna? He's just gonna get stunned out here, and they're just gonna kill him, and then they'll do EFG.
Try. Aegis is used, but stun after stun. Knocked up. Jokester Ryan gets it. I'm a Monster was used. Nike is low. The 2 carries are here. for Warriors of Albion, but Sirax has to be careful. Herda dashing forward, and here's Chunky as well. There's the there's the Warriors barrage. Axe is low, but he's being chased out. Tectonic rift. Sir Axe falls to Jokester Ryan, and that is a very delayed death. Now it's just 2 for the Warriors in this pivotal game number 1. It's 10 on Orion Pax and 45 until the next nearest. EFG has 5. Baba's Kitchen. They might be the 6th seed, but they're coming down. They're crashing. They've cooked up a draft, and they've cooked Warriors of Albion. Baba's Kitchen. They win game 1.
I mean, it's very much well played there. They were able to really punish they killed the Achilles twice. I mean, they really figured out they are able to kill the Achilles, and that really allowed them to pull that EFG. There was a big stagger on the nut as well. I mean, the Agni really just pumping out so much damage, really carrying that game there, honestly, towards the end.
Herda been a standout player this entire time. Baba's Kitchen, they came out swinging. No one expected this. Certainly not I, right? But this draft, not adhering to the meta, instead playing their own way, and well, golly, their way has been pretty darn good.
I mean, you can't say much against them, man. I mean, it's really dominant towards the end, getting both EFGs, getting a bunch of objectives, and just being able to push well.
Yeah, although that will be it for game number 1. Baba's Kitchen, they take the lead into this set, but can Warriors of Albion come back, strike within game number 2, bring it to 1-1, or will Baba's Kitchen come up 2-0? Find all that out and more when we get to game number 2 after this break.